All right, folks, we're here to cover Phase 3 of Bioviral Mouthwash and Purification System. This is going to give us the capacity to expand your protection beyond just yourself. You'll be able to utilize it in all kinds of different areas around your home and your business or while you're traveling. Now what I do is I buy a 32.8 ounce, 1 liter of Listerine. It's got eucalyptus, menthol, and some other ingredients in it to start with, but they're very, very tiny amounts. What we're going to do is we're going to supercharge this. So it's got like 24% alcohol in it, which is that's like going to the bar and getting a good swig. But we don't need the alcohol in it. So what we're doing is we take another empty container this size, we pour half of it into one container so they both are half full. Then we refill the rest of the bottle up nearly full with distilled water preferably, or you could use some colloidal silver or whatever, but mainly I just use distilled water. So we've got 2 containers sitting here, so we're going to do the same treatment in both of them. So whatever we're talking about here, we're going to put it in both of them, so you're doing like a double batch. Okay, we're going to start out with the Listerine, and the bottle is going to be full to here, and then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the xylitol sugar compound, the same thing that we had in the Xlear product. We're going to start out by making our compound the same as that. So you can get that at your health food stores, or maybe some of the other stores will have it. People are starting to find out about it now because it's a great dental product as well. There's toothpaste and gums and stuff to help keep bacteria from damaging your dental. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons of that. Then we're going to come back with oregano oil, and we're going to put 2 drops in. 2 drops in each bottle, and it's powerful stuff. We've talked about how strong this is. So if your solution, when we're all finished and you take your first sip of it, if it's too strong, then just take the lid off and fill it with distilled water and add it in there and dilute it by 1 lid's worth. That should knock it down. If it's still too strong, add another lid. Just keep adding 2 lids until it's working properly for you. But keep in mind, strong is good when we're trying to kill an invader. So that's what we're going to do with oregano oil. We want 1 teaspoon of peppermint oil. Now peppermint, again, we've talked about the extreme values of peppermint. It's got a little menthol in it, but we're going to add a little crystals to this anyhow. So we're going to put 1 teaspoon of peppermint oil in each bottle. Now we've got menthol crystals for this, are very important. What we do is the menthol, we take about 1/8 of a teaspoon, or a little more is not going to hurt it, in here as well into each container. Then we're going to use eucalyptus oil. Now eucalyptus is extremely effective, and it's related to peppermint, but it gives a different spectrum. So when you mix the 2 together, you've got a more powerful agent than you would have by leaving it out. And we're going to put 1/4 of a teaspoon of eucalyptus oil, each one now. Wintergreen oil. Wintergreen's pretty tough stuff too. It's pretty strong, so we're only going to put 4 drops of wintergreen oil in each container. And remember now to shake this stuff when you, at least for probably the first week that you're using it. Every time you come in to use it, go ahead and shake it for 3 seconds, just to make sure the compounds are mixed up, so you're not taking too much of one and not enough of the other because they're not mixed properly. Now one reason that we just say shake it is we could put a bunch of chemicals in there to break down the oils, because these oils are going to try to rise to the top, so we could come in and put polysorbate 20 or 40 or some other chemicals in there to break that down, but I'd rather keep it pure. What we're doing is serious business. We're not off selling it on the market somewhere. We're trying to protect our lives. Now colloidal silver, We're back to colloidal silver again. We're going to put about 1 ounce. You can put 2 in if you want. It's very effective, but it's not strong or anything, so it's not going to make your mixture too strong for your taste. So 1 or 2 ounces of that. Then we've got the olive leaf extract. The last ingredient we're going to put in here is 1 full dropper of olive leaf extract. Now 1 full dropper is equivalent to about 25 drops if you don't have a dropper. If you have to sit there and count them, then about 25 drops will give you what you need. Now that gives us a solution that is really, really powerful. Now one thing you can do, I mean, this stuff has got scores of good beneficial side effects, and one of them is get you a spray bottle. Man, this stuff is lethal to viruses, bacteria, mold, mildew. My God, you can spray your shower with this. Spray your toilet. Spray your hands. Spray your hair. Spray your body. You come out of the shower. You come out of the shower. You can literally put a coat of protection on your entire body. So that is a good little backup capability. All of these beneficial side effects. Anything, take your cutting board in the kitchen where you cut up meat and stuff. There's stuff down in those grooves that you may not get when you wash. This will get it because it'll soak down in there with an antibacterial, antiviral, anti-mold, anti-mildew, most anything that's going to bother you. So it'll soak down there. Let's say you go to the grocery store and you buy high quality organic produce for your family. You bring it home and you give them E. coli that it picked up in shipping. Boy, you did a great benefit to your family, didn't you? Well, what if you spray it? What if you make a solution in your sink and pull your produce through that solution, that protective solution, set it up on the counter while you're fixing supper, and I mean, it's getting down into lettuce head, get down in through the leaves, celery, it can get way down into the celery and give you protection that you otherwise are not probably even going to think about doing. But if these are ifs, it's better to kill the if than it is to try to cure the disease. That's our main goal here. Now, if you get it, all of these things are just as beneficial. And phase 4 is going to tell you a real benefit, especially if you're sick. It can be used for colds, flu. I've had people tell me they've cured terrible flus in 24 hours combining phase 4 with the other things we're doing. So not only are we protecting our breathing tract from the actual infection, if you've got it, then we're also treating that. So that's pretty well where we are. Now remember, you can go to the PainEraserRollon website, go to the blog post, and it will repeat all of these formulas that we've been discussing. So keep going and keep fighting, and you'll be able to take care of yourself and your family and your friends. So God bless.